使命の導くままに助かります。
Hello everyone, Silverox is here, and the units coming this week to Octopath Traveler COTC is the continuation of the Dragon Quest III collaboration event with Wave 2. This video will be focusing on Signa EX, the Warrior. So what does the Warrior do in Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent, you might wonder? Well, actually in this game, in order because they just want to confuse us, she's actually an apothecary. The reason for that is actually not because they're trying to confuse us, I was kidding. It's because actually warriors in Dragon Quest often use axes as a weapon, great axes as a weapon. While they can wield swords, a lot of times their best skills are axes, and in order to have something kind of unique, they wanted to give us the warrior that uses an axe. So I guess they thought it'd be cool to make a warrior that's an apothecary so they can use an axe, because in COTC you can't cross weapons to other classes unless you're doing weapon exploits, so she has to use an axe. In order to be an axe-wielding warrior in Dragon Quest, you have to be an apothecary in COTC. And you can see that long rambling rant how I'm trying to make it make sense. Just don't worry about it. She's a warrior, but she's an apothecary. She uses axes, but she's a warrior. But she uses axes, so she counts as an apothecary. You get it? You get it? Cool. Alright. Anyway, so her role is that she's an axe DPS. Crazy, right? She uses axes. Oh my gosh. Anyway, her special abilities is that she can give herself a lot of damage cap and self-buffs the slam cap with her exceedingly strong 1-2 hit skills. I will say that, yes, she does have the highest single target hit in the game on release. That will obviously get beat a lot better by a lot better units later, but if you like really big number, even if it's not super effective, she's your gal. Preferred weapons, brilliant axes for damage cap, nothing else. Preferred accessories, damage cap, and nothing but damage cap. Seriously. So for her passive skills, her basic passive is when spending 1 or more BP, grant Soul Sigil to the front row for 2 turns. Soul Sigil is the Dragon Quest character unique passive buff, which gives 5% physical attack, magic attack, physical defense, and magic defense up. Her attack command changes to a one-hit nuke that scales in power from BP rather than extra hits. So instead of 1 to 4 hits, it goes from 1 hit at 65 power, scaling up to 1 hit at 440 power with max boost. This attack has a bonus of 100,000 damage cap, always reduces shield points, and does +1 shield damage. So if you decide to just randomly use this as a normal hit, like 1 hit without any BP, it's actually going to do 2 shields of damage, not just 1. The longer the duration of her unique buff Determination remains, the stronger this attack will get. Max of 2.5 times power with 5+ turn duration remaining. So speaking of Determination, her 3-star passive is that when using any skill, she'll grant herself Determination for 2 turns. Determination is a unique buff that grants herself 100,000 damage cap up, and the attack command, as just said above, can also now exploit sword, spear, and staff weaknesses. And the 6-star skill evolution applies to this skill, increasing the determination duration increase to 3 turns. So you might be kind of wondering, in case you don't understand how unique buffs work, if she gets determination for only 3 turns, how do you build it up to get 5+ turn duration remaining without using her ultimate, which is another way of doing that? Well, the gimmick to how unique buffs work is unique buffs cannot stack in potency, but they can stack in duration with itself. Like a lot of people try to say they don't. It's like, no, if you use a skill for determination and get 3 turns, and then you use another skill, you're going to get 3 more turns. But at the end of that turn, you're going to go down a turn. So if at turn 1 you use a skill, you now have 3 turns of determination. Sorry about that. And then on the next turn starts, you go down to 2 turns. Use another skill, you get 3 more turns, you go up to 5 turns, but then in the turn you go down to 4. So that means on turn 3, you couldn't use the 1-turn nuke for 5+ turn duration remaining if you wanted to use the max power, because you've only gone down to 4. So you kind of see how that works. You're always going to lose 1, but you can kind of keep stacking the duration every single time you use a skill. So it's very easy to get it up pretty high. And also, like I hinted earlier, her ultimate gives her a lot of stacks. Well, not stacks, turns, but you get the idea. Her TP passive is she grants herself 30% physical attack, axe damage up, kind of just capping her self-damage. And if self has Soul Sigil, also grant herself 100,000 damage cap up. So this allows her from her passives to have 200,000 damage cap up rather easily. And then with TP level 2 buff in the far future, with Soul Sigil, the damage cap up, it actually becomes 300,000 instead. And also raise the buff limit of passive physical attack axe damage buffs to 50%. As a reminder, this is just something she's going to be getting in the future. With the future progression upgrade, we do not have this yet in Global. Onto her skills, her base kit, she has a priority one-hit single target axe that exploits spear, a priority guard move that reduces damage taken by 20 to 50% and take all damage in place of a row for both single target and AoE. This is very similar to Ulberic's skill or Cecil's skill. While she will not auto cover, when you do use the skill, she will then take all the damage from that row for single target and AoE, so you can defend someone with her if you really want to make her a tank. That is just, this skill mainly just exists because it's something warriors can do in Dragon Quest called Whipping Boy. That's what the skill is named here. It does not make it useful here at all. She has and her next skill is that she has an implant 6 to 9 stacks of axe weakness on a single target. Then she has a one-hit AoE axe that exploits sword, a front row 15% physical attack / axe damage up for 2 to 5 turns, a 4-hit random target axe that exploits sword, and if self has soul sigil, 6 hits instead. So you might see like this is a slightly better hit count, but if you look at the potency, it's really, really bad. So this is specifically just for shield shaving, not for actual nuking. Her 4-star skill is a one-hit single target axe with a 100,000 bonus damage cap up, but take 30% max HP recoil damage. At max boost, then power increases by 1.6 times. And at max boost with soul sigil active, the power increases by 2.5 times. And if self has determination for 3 or more turns remaining, this becomes a 2-hit single target instead of 1 hit. And the skill board enhancement also increases the power even more, so capping out at a 2 times 1,250 power with the max boost of soul sigil. Her 5-star skill is a one-hit single target axe that at max boost she will double cast the skill, and with soul sigil the power increases by 2.2. And then she has a limited to 2 times per battle or 3 times per battle with a skill board enhancement, where she will grant herself 30 to 100% potency up for 3 turns based on the boost amount. And if you have Soul Sigil active, she'll also gain 100,000 damage cap up. So this is extremely good because she can just give herself 300,000 innate damage cap up without any skill modifiers or anything else like that. So that's really good. Unfortunately, her hit counts are very low. I guess that's the whole point of her design. Her TP skill is a one-hit single target axe, and with Soul Sigil active, grants determination to self for 1 turn. And then the TP level 2 will increase this duration to 2 turns when it's released in the future. So you might be wondering, well, why does it give determination to 1 turn, but whenever I use the skill, I get 3 turns? Well, yeah, so if you use the TP skill, you'll actually get 4 turns of determination, because that's how it works. So yeah, you can actually build up determination extra quick if you spam the TP skill. For her EX skill plus ultimate technique, her EX skill has 2 total uses, and it's unlocked when self has determination, which is, you're going to get that pretty much immediately. And what it is it's a one-hit single target axe with 300,000 damage cap up, and then consume 300 SP if available to double cast this skill. So this is just your classic Giga Nuke, but you can do it twice. It's actually not quite as strong as that other skill that has recoil damage, but since this is, and it costs a lot more SP, but no recoil damage, so you kind of have to figure out what is best for you. Plus this actually has more damage cap up. Sort of. I'll get to that. Moving on to her ultimate technique, it's a support class ultimate, and it's called the Resolve to Vanquish Evil. And what it does is it grants herself determination for 8 turns, and with Soul Sigil also get a plus 12,500 damage cap up for 4 turns, and used at 200% gauge also raise the limit for active physical attack / axe damage up buffs to 50% for 4 turns. At ultimate level 10, the damage cap scales to 50,000, and at ultimate level 20, the determination buff becomes 9 turns, and the damage cap is 100,000. At ultimate 20, it costs 40% charge per BB, 80% with AU, 4 BP to fully charge, 2 BP with AU. The 200% gauge activation bonus is back surge, which means she can use this ult from the back row before paired ally axe. And the AU priority, I would say chase A4 first with any dupes you get. If you know you cannot reach A4 at all, then you can take AU whenever you like. A1 isn't as vital since all her best damage is from single hit nukes. Onto her Awakenings plus A4 accessory plus TP level 2 bonus. A1, more stats are always good, and you will get this on the way to A4. A2 is a luxury. A3, HP, yay. A4 accessory is called the Mighty Armlet, and it gives 200 physical attack and negative 60 magic attack, very fitting to its name. What it does is it grants self 100,000 damage cap up, and when equipped by an apothecary, grant them dead aim. The A4 tier rating, to nobody's surprise, is SS tier. Shocker. A damage cap A4 is SS tier, right? But nah, this has the best stats, 100k cap, and gives apothecaries using it free dead aim. Amazing A4, pray for amazing RNG on this triple banner if you chase it. Her TP level 2 bonus with both active and passive level 2s unlocked is the damage cap multiplier, which increases the totals with you takes the total skill potency times 0.0025 plus 0.0075 to equal your total damage cap multiplier. This multiplier multiplies every source of damage cap by this value for that attack. The minimum potency needed is 500 for a 2x multiplier. Only skill potency matters, which does not include any modifiers to power present within the skill. It does include those, my bad. Potency up from other buffs do not count towards this. The reason I'm kind of go back, even though this is not released yet, I just kind of want to briefly explain that. The reason why I said the EX skill kind of falls off is not as good as the other one, despite having 300,000 damage cap versus the other one only having 100,000. When you apply the potency modifier to this damage cap multiplier formula, 2 times 1,250 versus 2 times 1,000, actually that damage cap multiplier ends up being higher to make up for missing out on 200,000 damage cap, making that skill ended up being, will actually out damage this one because of the damage cap multiplier in the far future. So this can actually make her kind of fun to play around with. Unfortunately, by the time she gets this and you'd be like, oh cool, single hit nukes, she could actually do over 10 million, she could probably do over 10 million damage with her attacks now. That's cool. And then something I'm going to mention and later comes out, and it's going to be funny. But anyway, moving on to optimal skill loadout. Skill 1, I would take her self potency up plus 100,000 damage cap up when self has soul sigil. Skill 2, the one hit axe that gives a bonus turn to determination to build that up quickly if needed. So your skill 3, the 1 to 2 hit axe nuke that gets extremely strong with soul sigil plus 2 hits with 3+ determination turns left. And skill 4, 4 to 6 hit random target axe if you really need her to help shield Shay for whatever reason. For unit synergy, to seriously use Signa EX, you need to stack all the damage cap possible. Lucetta, Pat stacking for damage cap horse. Rinyu EX, 100k damage cap ultimate. Malruso EX, 100k cap ultimate plus rainbow buff. Solon, when he gets ult 20, another 100k cap ultimate and a good passive damage cap support source as well. Bargello, damage cap support. Neha, 50k damage cap EX skill. Rondu EX this summer, 100k damage cap EX skill. Shana, best support in the game. Avar in the future, Axe DPS to take alongside. Casti, Axe follow-up attacks to increase Signa's hit count, and Axe buffs. Okay, so to pull or not to pull plus rating. Signa EX has one fatal flaw, hit count. Her kit is otherwise extremely good with ludicrous amounts of damage cap and the ability to hit very hard very well. The issue is this massive 1 to 2 hit Giga Nuker in an age before the damage cap multiplier mechanic exists, which unfortunately leaves her straggling behind all the multi-hitters. Sure, she can hit over 1.3 million or so per hit, but up to 3 million damage or so in an era with characters able to hit 12 to 18 times at nearly 1 million damage or more is just sadly not good currently. In the few fights with damage cap multi-hit reduction, she can hit really well though. And sadly, when the damage cap multiplier does release, shortly after that, the Romancing Saga 2 collab drops with Noelle, who can just basically take what she does and do it twice as good with less effort. Which is really, really funny. Her A4 is busted tier at least. And I'm being serious, Noelle is really, really silly. If you were listening to this video and you want to know what Noelle does, just ping Nova in the Octopath Traveler Discord and the official Discord server. Just ping Nova and ask him, hey, what does Noelle do? And he'll give you the clip. It's really stupid, but it's really cool. Anyway, as always, pull advice is just advice. Please pull responsibly and have fun your way. Tier 4, free to play, skip. This entire banner is a skip for you. Tier 3, low spin / passes, skip. Tier 2, Dolphin, that A4 is tempting, isn't it? Oh, yes it is. Tier 1, Whale, A4, AU, Wacka Wacka. And overall rating, DPS B, Support D, Heal not available, Tank A, overall tier B. So, as I said, she can be really fun to use, and she's the only acceptable unit of these three. Just because, there is the multi-hit reduction options and stuff like that, and the fact that big number is fun. So at least you can have some fun with her. She's not super good, that's why I put her in B. I don't think she's super bad. But, like I said, you can have some fun with it, and she does have a broken A4, because you can never have enough damage cap, so, if you decide to go for it, let me know. I'm a unit collector. I have no idea if I'm going to chase this A4 or not. It depends on how lucky I feel. Like, if I'm doing well when I go to one pity trying to get them all or not, I'll have to play it by ear. I'm not bankrupting myself or spending like thousands and thousands of rubies just to get an A4. So I'll just have to see how it goes when I pull. Otherwise, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe for more COTC content to come. And please check out the other Dragon Quest collab videos linked in the description below to see how the other units stack up compared to this one. And how some of them are just okay to downright one of the worst things I've ever seen imaginable. Be sure to check that out, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. See ya!